Rightio, on loose lines, and we are back tonight. My man's back, Daniel Hibberd. Hello, mate.
Hello, Paul. Yes, we're live and local. Yeah, so back on the computer. We get a late start for me on a Wednesday, which is a bit unusual, but looking forward to calling the races at Ballarat tonight.
Always turn down the volume on everything, even when you're watching it. So we are live. We want a little bit of feedback, or as much feedback as we can get from people and participants and the like. Make sure you turn everything down. Daniel has a slight crackle. We're just not sure why. We couldn't get his audio loud enough without the crackle. So it's either he does a lot of Marcel, or or we have a slight tingle to his voice. How's it been, mate?
Hey?
How's everything been?
Yeah, I got you.
No, I said, how's everything been?
How's it been? Yeah, pretty good. Pretty busy. Busy week last week and a little bit of quieter one this week, but still a bit of travel. But Group 2 race tomorrow night which will be good. Coincide with the Brisbane Carnival, which has kicked off. They've got the Queensland Cup and the Brisbane Cup up there. So really looking forward to tomorrow night in particular. Yeah,
I must say, firstly, Sandown, big racing at Sandown, so that's always exciting. You call Sandown every Thursday night. It's been really good for you with your calling career, that's for sure. Metro meetings every Thursday night, mate.
Yeah, so I know the road back to front going down, doing Sandown on Thursday. So it's really enjoyable. It's pretty much greyhound night across Australia, I guess. Everyone knows that's when the big races are generally on across the country, so it's pretty good.
Getting told Ratchet audio. I don't think it's mine. I think it's actually just the one, but we might just check and just see. We might have to scrub this if it is bad. Daniel, I don't know. I haven't got mine coming through on the feed. I'm not sure who the person is that actually told me that, but that's okay. I'll thank him. Because I do like feedback from anyone. We might have to go to the phone if we can't get this going, but it is actually good to see you in person, Daniel, instead of the stick figure that we've been using for the last couple of times.
Yeah, just been using Carl away home from Bendigo and just having the Bluetooth going. It seems to be sounding better than what's sounding like at the moment. So, and that's going through dead spots through Huntley as well.
Yeah, it is indeed, mate. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to hang up on you. And we will get you back in over the phone. Everyone has actually seen you, so we know you live, so it's okay. We'll just do a phone hookup this time, might be the best way to do it. And we'll go from there, mate. Just give me 2 seconds to change one of my screens so I don't look like a complete amateur. And I'll call you back on the phone very, very shortly now, Daniel. I can give you a call back.
No worries.
So we'll give Daniel a quick call back on the phone. So do apologise for that. Just give me 2 seconds while we sort out these things. We tried to do it differently. Not sure what was going on there. They can be frustrating, these phones, from time to time. Or these hookups could just be the Ballarat hookup. I don't know. So, but we're back anyway. Daniel, you're back there, I gather, mate?
Yeah, this probably sounds a lot better, does it?
Oh, it does. It does sound very, very good. We've just got to work out exactly what was going on there. We'll get it better, but we definitely had it clearer. I just couldn't hear you. So when we get it where I can hear you, we can't understand you. So, bit of a catch-22, mate.
It is, yeah. We'll work it out. I know I've got this new device for me, this new laptop, so I'll have to work out the gremlins in it, but I'm sure we'll get it right for next time.
Yeah, definitely. And I will say, to be honest, it was a little bit of late planning because I didn't think you'd be able to do it because, as I said, you're always calling on a Thursday night. But yeah, just a different one tonight. You're at Ballarat. Why no Bendigo, mate? Very quickly.
Oh, I'm not sure what the reason would be. I assumed that it would be that they had the meeting, an extra meeting last week, so they might have swapped it over. That's the only thing I can sort of put it down to. But yeah, just a different venue tonight off for Ballarat. Tonight they raced at Traralgon this afternoon, which was the normal time slot for Bendigo. So just a little bit of a change to the calendar, but nothing to worry about too much.
No, that's very good. I know Troy Harley, he's up wrestling crocodiles in Darwin, mate.
well, good luck to him. Hope he comes back.
I've seen a very funny video that I'll get into trouble for showing, not for any other reason. But yeah, it's just one of those ones. Thank you, Robbie Barker. Yep, it is a lot better now. I can tell my end, so I do apologise for that. It was just a little bit annoying. But Wyoming Simon Elders, so thank you very much, and hello to you, Robbie, and anyone else that has logged in and joined in. And this show is about having a bit of fun. Philip Wood is there as well, so we've got quite a few people on there. Whippet Morrison, Ken Covington from Kai Abrams. So we're going from there. Robbie Barker says, "G'day, J-Man." Who's J-Man? Do we know, Daniel?
Not me.
Yeah,
I've got a name.
Me either. So even I'm the worst speller in the world, but I'm pretty sure I don't have one. But that's all good. So hopefully he's having a two-way conversation with someone else. Rightio. Couple of things. Tonight's topic: holidays. Where you would go, where you do go, and where would you like to go? Daniel, we're going to let you go about 6:30, so we don't want to do too much. We won't worry about where you are going for a holiday, because I reckon the answer is nowhere. But where would you really like to go if you could get away this time of year, mate?
Anywhere that's warmer. I've sort of been feeling it the last few weeks in particular. Sort of sitting in the cooler's box is good. There's generally good heating in most of the venues. The only problem is when you open the window to have to cool, and that cooler air races through. It gets very fresh, and you've only got to open your mouth to start saying a few words and hit the back of the salsas, and it's not a nice feeling. So it does get a bit fresh. But yeah, anywhere up north, I'm sort of hoping we might be able to get up to Queensland at some point a bit later on, and have a bit of time up there, just a few days. Don't need to be away for too long, but just to get out of the coldness a bit on.
Got a feel for some of those people that would have planned their holidays, school holidays this time of year, to get up there in the very, very inclement weather that we got right at the minute, mate. Not ideal for some of the people, that's for sure. Inclement
weather, flight delays, that's probably telling people just to stay at home.
Baggage loss as well. There is actually plenty going on. Daniel, last week you and I touched off air. Well, you actually teased it. I will be honest. You teased it out a little bit that there was, a topic that's a little bit close to your heart. And I'm just going to have a little look here while we're speaking, and it is come to fruition tonight. But no interstate raiders that I can see. But the prize money discrepancy that is starting to happen on the other side of the border, which is a little bit unforeign for Victorians. But you're noticing a worrying trend of a lot of Victorian trainers, especially from where you are, the Golden Valley, jumping over the border and going to a lot of these tracks 3 and 4 hours down the road to be racing for substantially more prize money.
Yeah, I mean, it's not having to dig or anything at what we're doing in New South Wales or anything like that. It's just they're racing for a really good coin, and you can't begrudge the local participants the opportunity to go up there and race for that sort of coin. But my worry and my concern is that we have these $4,500 races, and I know that they're sort of trying to get rid of them, but they really should have been scrapped. They need to be scrapped completely because they do no one any good. It's just, we're racing for that amount of money. There's going to be money pumped into infrastructure in terms of, the new stabling complex and training centre at Shepparton. And, there's going to be an influx of, new people into the industry, hopefully with new trainers and, people using the Shepparton region as a base or, as a home, I guess, is probably the better way to say it. But if you're going to be racing for peanuts and Wagga and the likes of Wagga in particular, and to a lesser degree Leeton and maybe an Albury, even though Albury is a trickier track for some of our horses to get around, the Victorian horses to get around, as they don't have a quite a track like that. I know a tooth is a half mile as well. But if they're racing for near enough to $10,000. They're going to go to that option rather than race for the 4.5. And the thing about it that sort of struck me more than anything is that the races that are being offered for the bigger or the 9,900 or whatever it is are the lesser class racing. It's not it's not as if they're putting the money into the higher end classes. These are in maiden class races where they're putting in, they're $9,500 races for maiden, and we've got and then you'll have your 47 raters, or those between 40 and 50 raters over the race field as well. And yet all we seem to have some of the time is these $4,500 races, and I just don't think it's what you want to be advertising if you're going to be pumping money into a new training centre. You're trying to get people to set up a business and make a career out of it, but you're racing for half the prize money if you travel 3.5 hours up the road.
Absolutely, and I must admit, Daniel, is while you were doing that, because it is a race-free night tonight, so there'll be no Trots Vision update for a lot of these people going forward. 8 races tonight at Bathurst while you were talking then. No Victorians that I could see in there. If there is
probably a bit far to go.
Hey?
It's probably a bit too far to go.
It is indeed. Every race, $9,792. So 8 races, $10,000 a race. Very jealous, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of Victorian people down here going from there. The Kiwis that came in, I've just been swapping hats around, so they've got to keep them both happy, Daniel. I've got Timmy White and Cam Bray being cheeky there, that's for sure. But Sean McNulty's already piped in onto the Queensland comment to be able to take a horse there. It would actually be very, very nice. So good to see Shawnee's on, having a nice little run, the McNultys. As always, they're good little trainers, that's for sure. And he's getting into it in the Queensland. I wonder whether the Kiwis want to go to a race instead of worrying about what hat I do and seamless transitions. So Timmy White, he gets his little pound of salt, that's for sure. So it's a good hat that he gave me, young Tim. It fits very comfortably. That's why it comes on and off very simply. It is a little bit of a worry. While I've got you, Daniel, and there's quite a few notables I've got to I want to sort of get through, but I can do a lot of those a little bit later on. Penrith Paceway in New South Wales, a little bit of a worrying thing there with the council and the government getting involved. I saw on Facebook then that it's been a bit of a blindside by both the Penrith Paceway and New South Wales Harness Racing releasing a joint statement about the issue, and a bit of a worry that they can close down a Paceway straight away, albeit a Paceway that does get washed out a hell of a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, they do have a bit of trouble from time to time with the weather, and it does impact them a bit. But the racing that they provide, particularly, and it's always on a Thursday night, and every man and his dog knows that it's on a Thursday night. It's a really good product. It's a different style of racing around Penrith than what it is at a Menangle or a Bathurst or anything like that. It's a really interesting situation with the government looking to commandeer the land and build a stadium. I read someone had put a tweet out that they were going to bulldoze the track and put in a stadium for 12 games of footy a year. And when you think about it in those terms, it is a bit of it does seem a little bit of a stretch that they would do that. And I don't know what the land situation is around that area and what facilities they've got available. The thing I know that the thing that is going in the football club's favour is that they're absolutely flying and dominating everybody at the moment. So they probably do need a bigger stadium to increase the capacity for people to attend. But getting rid of I think it was 150 years of tradition at the showground and the racing that they provide at Penrith seems a little bit of a stretch, and you've got to feel for the harness racing community there if there's no suitable replacement, I guess, or decent facility in return for giving up what they've got.
No, totally I agree, and hadn't thought about it that way with Penrith actually flying it. I do know there's poor land accessibility in Penrith. There was a couple of years ago when I was there, so I'd imagine they're probably looking at it and saying, geez, we could do a lot with that parcel of land. So that'll be one of the reasons behind it. the Kiwis are starting to give it to me. But Cambrai says he would go to Winton. I'm presuming that's in Queensland. It wouldn't be Winton in Victoria. There wouldn't be too many people putting that on as a destination, Daniel.
In the southland of New Zealand, wouldn't that be under snow at the moment?
Yep. Yeah, but they're either made of hard stuff or they're a little bit thick. Graham Hand, the reason I swapped the hat over, he actually says or Wyndham. So I don't know if they're the same place. You wouldn't know these Kiwis. They have funny names for everything. But Timmy White, mate, your hat, Timmy, might be in trouble. Saying about how easy it slides on underneath the shiny dome underneath. I think he's having a little bit of a crack, don't you think, Daniel?
Yeah, he's having a bit of a crack, and I'm not talking anything. I'm not saying anything about it because mine's no good at the moment.
No, definitely not. Shelley Wicks is tuned in as well. Hello to you, Shelley. But no, the Kiwi guys are having a little bit of fun. What I might have to do is I might be able to play a game of guess who's watching, Daniel. If I get enough hats, I might be able to associate them with some people and go from there and have a little bit. Mate, I've got quite a few randoms, and I will highlight as many of those as I could. Shepparton meeting the other night on Saturday night, Metro Racing back to Shep. Wasn't it sensational? Great spread of winners. I thought it was great racing. It hasn't been reported as much, but I just thought it was great, not only to get the horses back to the bush, but the people that were actually winning those races, I think, was terrific.
I think there was a lot of chatter before the meeting that it was a pretty tricky race meeting from a punting perspective, and I'm pretty sure that's the way it panned out in the end. There was plenty of rumpies getting up and not too many favourites saluting. There was a couple of shorties that did get up, but there was a number of sort of, between 10 and 20 to 1 shots scoring as well. So it was a good night from a racing perspective, I would have thought, with not too many shorties, cycling the market.
No, definitely not. Cambrai, I put some talcum powder on, mate. I'm aware. He's worried he might have a scab. So, but that's okay. He's not too bad. I thought it was great. I saw an article where they were blowing up because they couldn't pick the winners and all the rest. But I think they're what makes the better nights. Ryan Sanderson. The Sandersons are having a terrific run with Ryan and Shane winning the first, and then Abby timing in and winning race 3. They're going terrific, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Doing a really good job, and they're getting good opportunities. And it's probably a reward for the effort that they've made to make the trip here and set up camp at Carlton there. And I'd hate to be thinking how many miles they're doing in the car, but they're certainly doing a good job and getting plenty of winners.
No, they are indeed. I'm actually going to try and do something. Lee Sutton and Mark Thompson on Loose Line's very own, but they took out race number 2. Didn't this horse go terrific? Missed the Truth, beating Beach Villa. I must say, Brutally Handsome was very, very disappointing in that race, but Missed the Truth was terrific.
It was a real tough win to get up and get past Beach Villa, and that's saying something. I think the favourite was pretty disappointing, and Brutally Handsome obviously certainly not right there, but to pull hard and then still get up and score and win by a decent margin as well. I think there's a bit of certainly a bit more to come from him, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely, and it was an encouraging win. Tomo had 2 in it. Unfortunately, his other horse ran second last. But I tell you what, underrated stallion doing a terrific job is guaranteed. He's just doing a great job, I think, with what he's done with limited opportunities. He's going terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. Limited opportunities is the key thing there. It's not as if he's a high class sort of stallion and getting a heap of mares. It's not a huge book, but he's certainly producing, which is great.
Yeah, and the other part about that is I think that season there, I think he only had 4 or 5 horses, so he didn't have a lot. I'm just trying to do something, Daniel, in case you're wondering what I am actually doing. Of course, always killing time while I try and change things up a little bit, but I think I've successfully negotiated it. I have indeed. So now people can actually see the fields as we're talking about them, which makes it just that little bit better. We will get back onto tonight's topic, where you would go for a holiday and the likes. Daniel's going to be logging out in about 10 minutes, so I don't want to hold him up because he has got Ballarat to call. Abby Sanderson, Mighty Flying Art, Julie Douglas, and they're flying, aren't they?
Yeah, it's going very well. I don't only don't have in the stable, but
50.
you know, how many?
50.
Oh, jeez. So the races every day, like, you know, they don't need to be worked at home. They're basically just going to the races. So, but they're all in good form. They're all performing really well. And when you get the old boys scoring as well, getting up on the lane and scoring, you know, it shows how good the team's going.
No, it does indeed.
They're winning with him, and then they're winning at the other end with the lesser likes as well. So they've got a good spread of horses in the stable.
Would you mind? He was terrific in a good claimer, a nice quiet style claimer. There was some. I thought Reactor Now was quite okay. First up, well, I don't know, he was first up, but you know, he's still got a long way to go in his prep.
Yeah, it was a good race. So Celtic, the big result was a little bit disappointing there, but certainly the first three they go pretty good, particularly in that climbing class.
Definitely. Race number 5, Ultimate Huey, Cody Crosland. I believe it was also his birthday, so well done to young Codes. Down the outside for Brooke McPherson. Terrific win.
It was a big win. I did see that between races. I was calling it Geelong at the time, but did see it come on the outside and get up. That was a pretty challenging race from a wagering perspective. I think it was a $3.30 favourite. It was a pretty open race, and we had Aladdin coming off that really good win at Charlton. So it was a roughie, but Zoom home down the outside on 57.2 is pretty good time around Charlton. Pretty good time around Charlton. Over that the 2100.
Aladdin was ordinary. Hopefully everything's okay with that horse. He seems to be a bit in and out, but he was very ordinary on that occasion. The Trot, the Touch Merchant, trotted Group 3, nephew of Sunoco. He's just in good form at the minute. Like he really keeps stepping up. I don't think Majestuoso is anywhere near right though.
Oh, the top Majestuoso would have given nephew of Sunoco Windburn.
Yep.
There's no doubt about that. There's clearly something not right there. And I mean, tactically, James probably made it difficult for Katie in any case. So even at his best, he may have struggled to run it down. But he's just in the zone. It's just like, sometimes these trotters, they come through the ranks, they get to this sort of class, they might struggle for a little bit, and then all of a sudden I've just hit a purple patch. They might win 3 or 4 in a row. There's no reason this bloke can't do that. Just keep going and winning races. And when he's able to get to the lead like he did, 159.7, he's going to be hard to beat in anything he can test.
No, he is indeed. Bernie Winkle, he should have been in the claimer, but he shouldn't have been because they won that as well, and he just destroyed them. He is low flying, this horse, at the minute.
He's a little bit up and down for me. He's in races at Mildura that you just think, well, he's just going to win. But he just seems to get beat a couple of times. But then I'll chuck him in a race at Melton and he'll get up and score at ridiculous odds. I mean, that's just the nature of him. There's a bit of difference between Mildura class and anywhere else class that he's racing against, but he's always thereabouts. And when he gets that right sort of quick for him, I think he probably is better off as a 6 sprinter than anything. Most people know that. And we got that trip the other night.
Have a look at that. I'll put his form up there. 259 starts, 58 wins. You're a bit harsh when you say he's a little bit in and out of form.
What I'm getting at is he sort of sometimes you can rate, particularly at Mildura.
Yep.
It's not so much when he races at a Melton or anything like that. It's not like you're expecting him to win. No. But when he races at Mildura, you're sort of thinking, well, he should just win, given what his record suggests. But when he, tactically, they do make it difficult for him to win all the time at Mildura. Of course, he won there back in May, but he's been beaten the last couple of times he's been up there, and they don't make it easy for him anymore.
No, they don't. 259 starts, 58 wins. Just shy of $600,000 in stake money. Never been what you'd call an absolute standout in any race or the likes. He's just done a great job. It was interesting last season, Daniel. He won $168,000 in stakes. He's already up to 60 this season as well. He's just a terrific horse, and great. They're like American stats. When you look up some of the breeding and some of the horses, and you'll see 60 wins. That's an American thing, not an Australian thing.
That is, and I mean, when you look at him and he's won nearly 600,000, you reckon that there's a fair chance that he is going to get over that threshold, in the near future. That's a lot of money. If you're a horse that hasn't really won what you class as an absolute top line race, it's a big effort to win that much prize money.
No, Peter Ramiro corrected me. It was Brooke's birthday, so happy birthday to Brooke. Not Cody Crosland. I was only half listening to that. And Emio, you can't count on somewhere where you've just been. Emio's just got back from Broome, and I think she wants to go back there for another holiday. Daniel, I think, is what she might be alluding to. Just we're at the trot. Who's the man? A horse that has promised a lot over the journey. Nice little run, beating a nice field, but Alpha Male, I think, was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, I can't catch Alpha Male. At his absolute best, he's one of the top line trotter, but he's just very frustrating. He must be frustrating for Emma and the team and the owners to have a horse of that sort of ability, and you just don't know what you're going to get when you go to the races, unfortunately.
No, definitely not, mate. I'm going to let you go because you do have some commitments coming very shortly. What is on for the rest of the week after tonight? And tomorrow night at Sandown?
Sandown tomorrow, Bendigo on Friday, and then I think I'm off with the snow on the weekend.
Oh, good luck. Last weekend of school holidays.
No, we're not going that far up. We'll just drive till we find it.
Right. I was thinking that's a sucker for punishment, that is. Not too many.
That?
Hey?
What's that?
Oh, last weekend of school holidays, I've done it once. I'll never do it again. It's a learning experience.
No, we don't intend to meet up with all the matches. We'll go somewhere nice and quiet and enjoy a nice weekend away.
I suppose as a Melbourne supporter, you're just getting back to your grassroots, really?
We play on Thursday, so tomorrow night. So it'll be over and done. We don't have to worry about it.
Very good. All right, mate. Beck Morrissey's watching. I wonder where Beck goes for holiday. We got Lionheart, mate. I think I'm going to be seeing a lot of Beck. Her holidays, she might spend camping out here with Lionheart on the other side of the fence. You never know.
Never know.
All right, mate. I'll let you go. Thank you very much. Hopefully.
No worries.
We'll, as I said, we'll catch up again shortly, but not in the near future outside because it is way too dark, that's for sure. So we won't be doing it dark and cold here in central Victoria. Hence the reason I was wondering where people might like to go for a holiday and get out. But anyone can drive the agenda here. Timmy White, he reckons Las Vegas would be a great spot to go. I know one Johnny Keldo, Daniel, he loves going to Las Vegas over the journey, but he was saying the other day he hasn't been back since COVID. So that's what does happen. Maybe be able to entice people to get back. Daniel, thank you. Good call. And have you got a winner for us tonight?
Yeah, my best is in race 2. Race 2, number 8, Kanji Exile.
What price?
We'll ring the even money or a tick over, but I think it'll win.
Any value? I know you can't eat value, but is there any value?
That's what I said. Bet $2 something.
No, I mean, have you got any value on the card for us?
Actually, I think there's a couple of shorties that I reckon will win. You might be able to sort of mix them up in a multi. Race 3, number 4, Action Girl. Race 4, number 4, Divine Empress. She's probably, she's probably nearly the certainty of the night. She's an absolute gun, and she'll go real close to winning that race. And probably race 5, number 5, Matt's Hope, the other one. So there's about 3 in a row that come early in the night that should all just about win.
Right, mate. I'm going to throw to an ad, and I'll be back with everyone straight up.
The French for the inside, the USA import the outside. Used to me, Kai Valley Blur, great tussle. Used to me's in front, used to me all the way.
And I'm set to go raced away. You wouldn't have believed it won by 15.
She Sails has jogged up untouched by about 42 metres.
With 100 to go in front from Bromwich, it's Don't Care from Bromwich, Elderbear and Zeus, and Don't Care wins it.
Right, we are back. Thank you very much to Daniel Hibberd. I better get rid of his lovely face as he is no longer with us. As I said, tune into Ballarat Dogs. Sorry, tonight. First kicks off at 7 o'clock. He's just got some commitments and that to go through there as well. Marie Newbury, anywhere on the northern coast of Queensland now, I tend to agree with you, even though the weather is terrible. And Alexander Hurley, she's been even posting photos on my feed there. Paris too hot at this time of the year, but and there are better races. And their better races are in the cooler months, but I'd love to go back there through Europe. Group race when the Group 1 racings are on. Yeah, that's exactly right. So it'd be something very different. Malta for Joe Pace and Gozo. I wonder where Joe is from, or his descendants are from. I think Joe's an Aussie, but where they actually come from, if he is from Malta, and go from there, Gozo. I love what Gozo means. Someone else will get back to me on that one too, I would imagine. Probably Joe. As to what the actual Gozo itself means. I just had then the Harasta Trotters and Used to Me Stadium promo. Don't forget he's standing at Harasta Trotters this season. Done a great job, Used to Me, and he continues to do a terrific job for them. Gozo Malta. Okay. I'm going to have a talk to Joe and get all the ins and outs of this at some stage. This week at Yabby Dam, they had Court Mier, who was by Village Majestic. Hello, Steve Boynton. And Village Majestic is by Love You. King's Guard at Kilmore. I'm Amari Jet, one during the week as well, by Quaker Jet. And Quaker Jet is by Love You. And then you have a Love You double at Charlton. So the guys at Harasta Trotters, I got all the buttons to push, just don't push them all the time at the right spots. But yeah, they go from there. Right, so Gozo is a small island in Malta, and I'm presuming Malta, I'm getting a geography lesson here, is part of Italy. So I'm learning plenty as it goes. I would say it'd be beautiful in there, pretty protected little area, I would imagine too. So really, really good. As I said, got plenty of sponsors. My guys at NZB, while the Kiwis are still watching, don't forget, I'll go this way anyway, okay, off screen, that the sales entries are now open for this whole month. They close Friday, 5 o'clock Friday, the 29th of July. So don't miss out for all of that. Of course, their sales incentives are up, and they continue to go up and up each year, up 1.4 million this season on last season, and this year Aussies will be able to get back. So please don't forget to, if you're in New Zealand watching this show, make sure you get your nomination in for your yearlings. That's of course brought to you by NZB, great sponsors of mine. Just got to go back here. Philip would like to go to Thailand, pretty popular destination, although it's been a little bit sketchy, I think, with the COVID. And then Faye Phillips, Antarctica on the ice on a nice warm boat. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, long way to go just to sit in a warm boat. Why don't we just sit out in Port Phillip Bay? Faye, not that far for you to go. Wonder if you're going to Queensland this weekend, Faye. I'm sure if you're not, you might be watching. I'd love to know if Faye watches or sits underneath the desk, blocks her ears, or tunes in. I'm not sure at all. So I can be cheeky. She'll either get back to me on this forum, or she'll give me a cheeky message at a later date. But Faye Phillips, of course, proud mother of Michelle Phillips, who drives Seb's Choice at Albion Park on Saturday night. Right, I can go there. I've got little notes everywhere. I've got a couple of little strange ones too, some random ones. But Woodland Stud, of course, celebrating 30 years. Continue to lose hats. 30 years in the harness racing industry. Charlie Roberts and Andrew Grierson started Woodland Stud 30 years ago, and it's great to be a part of the team, and they are celebrating 30 years this year. They had a night out at Albion Park with 444 being by American Ideal, Jada's Delight by Better's Delight, and then Spirit of St. Louis and Firefox fighting out the terrific free-for-all the other night. Both sons of Sweet Lou's. Sweet Lou's had 24 individual 2-year-old winners this season, as we saw last year when we were watching last week, when we watched Louis Luai for Ross Payne and Chris Finozio taking out the race at Geelong. So go there. Good to see you be watching. I'm tipping you get very nervous. Mums tend to get nervous. Faye Phillips will be getting very nervous, I would imagine. Alex Hurley. Something tells me it's a nice night in Romsey. Actually, Alex lives just a little bit further, I suppose, colder, if that would be the best way to put it. But yeah, she reckons you could sit in a boat in a dam and it would feel like Antarctica. So yeah, and I don't think it'd be very, very warm. That's for sure, Alex. So yeah, good line of racing. Got some randoms. A couple of random things I want to bring up and change things up a little bit. But a lot of people, I talked there before about Chris Finozio. Now, some people will know this lady, some people won't. CJ or Christy Lambert. She ran for 24 hours, if you don't mind. She ran 148.044 kilometres. That is just amazing. So to become the Australian 2022 female open race champion. So she actually ran for the 24 hours. So Christy Lambert, but more commonly known as CJ, works for Chris Finozio. I've had a great association to known Christy for a long time, and may have got her started on her running coming back, but I refuse to run with her now. I can tell a couple of funny stories, but I think that's just enormous. That was in Canberra on the weekend, so I think well done to Christy. Big effort, huge effort, and very, very proud of you. And I like to highlight it. So a lot of the staff around here do very, very good jobs, working hard in all the stables, and I think that's just an amazing effort. Just so you can double check that, 184.044 kilometres. I'm not sure. I know why they put the 04 because you need the 40 centimetres, but 40 millimetres, geez, that's harsh. You must have had to stop anyway. But yeah, 184 kilometres in 24 hours. Not the most flattering photo. I don't know how she could even sit up and hold those bottles up after doing that, but well done, Christy. And yeah, big shout out to big congratulations. I think it's a huge effort. The other one I want to do, and I'm not sure if Andrea and the Charltonites are watching or listening, Joey Chestnut. Now, if anyone had seen this, I didn't get any footage of this, but hot dog eating contest, July the 4th. Charlton had it the other day. They have the 4th of July meeting. 63 hot dogs. So I want to work out how long it took to eat those. I think it was 10 minutes. Stand to be corrected. 63 hot dogs he ate. He beat his nearest rival by 20. But Google it. Google hot dog eating contest 2022. Or Joey Chestnuts or whatever. There was a protester halfway through the contest, and he gives this bloke, he puts him in the sleeper hold. He actually grabs this guy around the neck while shoving a hot dog down his throat and continuing to go. I've been saying about different ways to promote our industry, different ways to do our industry. Let's get Joey Chestnut. I mean, he's got a great horse name anyway. I mean, he's Chestnut. He's half there. He's already got the horse surname. So let's get Joey Chestnut to Charlton, July the 4th. In all seriousness, let's have a hot dog eating contest, Andrea. I reckon we could do that, and there'd be quite a few worthy applicants. It'd be interesting to see some of the drivers perhaps have a contest and then do their vests up and go out there and bounce around in the cart. That could be an interesting little watch going forward. But yeah, Joe, so just something different for the guys at Charlton, maybe to think about and then go from there. While I still got my Woodlands hat on, Bulldog Hanover the other night, becoming the other day in America, becoming the third horse to go pace 146 flat. Of course, he equals Always Be Mickey and Lather Up. Hence the reason I've left the Woodlands hat on because of my association there with Lather Up, who stands at Lower Long Farms. Lower Long Farms, terrific announcement the other day with a $100,000 bonus going off for nothing. Doesn't cost you. You don't have to pay. There's no pay-up fees, no nothing. Basically go to selected stands, which are Pastor Stephen, Poster Boy, Mel Mara, Lather Up, I think Yankee Rockstar. I will have to stand corrected on him and a couple of us. Go to Northern Rivers or Lower Long Farms. Go to their Facebook page to be able to see all of those and get some updates on those as well. So, yep, big initiatives going forward, that's for sure. But yeah, well done, Bulldog Hanover, 146 flat. I think that's absolutely terrific. So, Joey Pace has sent me a message. Not sure how I've got that one, Joe. Anyway, it will come through. Maybe he sent me an email. He might have got... Nope, he's none of those. So, it will come through, but that's fine. I will get to. I might have to go and have a chat with Joe one day. I'll just rock up and do a stable chat, and who knows where it'll get through there. Raging Bull, and the other horse too. Timmy, get me out of trouble with the other horse as well, because Raging Bull, new season sire by Christian Cullen. A lot of the Kiwi guys know about that horse there, and Pharaoh. Still can't remember that horse's first name, but yeah, I will get a banner and get it up. But please just go to Lower Long Farms or Northern Rivers and go from there. But number one, lather up. Of course, with Woodlands celebrating their 30-year of having studs, I'll just throw up all the tiles and go from there. I've got this part sorted. So, no, appreciate all the feedback. Kylie Blazars, doing some fun stuff with Kylie during the week. So hopefully we can get all that stuff up and going. I haven't changed hats for a while. I've got a couple of sponsors. I will say, Rasta Trotters, I better throw their logo back up because I don't have their hat, can't see it anywhere, and go from there. Thank you, Joe. I will get to that in a minute. I now know where it is. So, no, it hasn't come through. Anyway, we will sort that out, Joe. Don't you worry. One thing, we'll get it sorted at some stage. It'll come through. I'll go there, and I would say stay tuned for a Malta Italian update. Gozo. We'll go from there with Joe, who's having a good run. Didn't see too many winners for him this week. Some of the notables. Got a heap of notables. Please don't be scared to get involved. If I have forgotten anyone, I will start going through them in Racebook. Or not Racebook, Wednesday. So we tuned out on Wednesday night when the races had finished. Malecki for the Conroys, great little story that of perseverance, and off the back of my interview with Anne-Marie Conroy and what they can do with horses and being able to turn these horses around. So well done, Anne-Marie Conroy. And a bit of a dreamer for Brad Chisholm. Brad's had a really good run. I found it, Joe. It has come through. So, yep. Oh, wow. Not sure what I'm doing there. We'll just go from that. So, Joe sent me some beautiful pictures of Malta, and this must be one of the racetracks that I can't blow up, Joe, but that's okay. We'll worry about that at another time. We'll go from there. So that was actually what I'll do, because I'm on my own. People don't need to see my bouffants. I've got quite a few of these things out of the way. I'll go back to this one here, and we'll go back to the results. Quickly go through those. You can never do anything quickly when you want to. I hate the end of the month because it changes things. So very quickly to Geelong, we've got through half the night, but it was just towards the end of the night. Chris Lang. Oh, now I've got something going on with my mouse. Just everything's happening. Constantinople winning the Bacchus Marsh Trotters Cup post game for James Herbertson, Jane Davies, Sonia Smith and Anthony Butt. They took out the Bacchus Marsh Pacing Cup, and then we also had there's Malecki. There he is, bit of a dreamer, and Kim Proctor. I must say well done to Kim Proctor for getting a bit of a dreamer across the line. Doesn't win a lot out of turn, but he does a really nice job. And there's of course Cor Mayer, who's by Village Majestic in there as well. So just keep your messages coming through, please, if you want me to highlight someone who's done a great job. Kilmore, there was a good night of racing at Kilmore. I must say there was a few interesting little runners, and for people that may not have seen them, they're there. Jojo, Abby Sanderson done a great job again. Alan McDonough, I'm going to cup Alpha and Alan in a second. Megan with Aussie Missard and Brett Lilly. There's Alan again, I will get to him. Heavenly Sign, Hidden Figure. Ellen Tormey, I don't know how often Ellen Tormey is at home lately because she seems to be driving everywhere, but Ellen Tormey and Mick Law with Hidden Figure doing a great job. Fly by Eden there, Alan McDonough again, so he actually did do what I thought he did. A double for Alan Tormey and Nathan Jack a double, of course winning the last with Kingsguard. The one thing I wanted to point out, so Alan McDonough, who is not a noted driver, drove 3 winners at Kilmore, fronted up on that was on Thursday, fronted up at Maryborough on the Friday, and drove another 2 winners, 2 of which he trains himself. I just reckon it's just a great effort, and I think well done to him. big effort, and congratulations. That's 5 winners in 2 days. He also drove one at Bendigo not that long before that. So, yeah, I think it was really good. Matty Feast is watching. Hello to you, Matty. Great to have you tuning in. Sequence for Calvin Barker and Jason Lee. The favourite, took out the first. Inaugurate for the evergreen Tony Berg. Congratulations, Tony. Alan McDonough and Emma Stewart there with that double. Chris Elford and Brett Lilly. Here comes Kenny. Got the chockies there as well. Sarah Leone Bow for the Jason Ainsworth. Do a great job with their horses, the Ainsworths. They knock up winning races. A lot of the Kiwis in that watching may not know who they are. I think well done to those, Jason and Ashley. They do a really, really good job with no pin-up horses, that's for sure. Mr. Bohannon, Georgia Hayward. Congratulations, Georgia. I know Georgia, she moved over from Tassie and was working for Kezi for a period of time. She looked after my daughter about 12 months ago as well when she was there with Kez. So well done to you, Georgia. I'm Amari Jet by Quaker Jet, as I said there before, and Guilty by the Beach, great little horse that for the Wards. Horse we had a little bit to do with was Guilty Bromac. I keep moving my mouse like people know what I'm showing, but it wasn't there. So well done to those guys, that's for sure. At Mildura, the Sandersons had a double. The other one I noticed at Mildura was young Connor Clark. Seems to be driving everywhere and does a great job. Saturday night we've already touched off on. Cranbourne, wasn't a lot to report about at Cranbourne. Feel the buzz for Mario Stella. Congratulations. Actually there is one, and I'll get into trouble if I don't, because I think the boys are doing a great job. Shouldn't do that. Gypsy Princess for Craig and Jody. Jess Tubbs, My Bad Habits. I've got plenty of those. Feel the Buzz, Mario Stella and Mickey Bellman. Getting the chockies. Dents down for Ben Yole. Keep chipping away. John Tormey and Alan Tormey again, Mon Belange, and that will come to fruition in a minute as well when I get to the tomorrow. Dad and Dave, you don't see too many Andy Gaff and Kate Gaff horses going around at $26. Mercenary for Bailey McDonough and Kelvin Barker brings up 2 in a row for that horse, doing a good job. And here we have Player Blanca for the Rothwells. Well done to Nathan. There's twins come down from Queensland to have a go at the harness racing, really starting to get a few winners, so well done to those guys. And this young man here, Connor Clark, drove winner at Shep, drove a winner at Cranbourne the next day. I think he drove a winner at Mildura as well on the Friday. And then lo and behold, I know at Charlton on the Monday he clocks up with another winner. So doing a really, really good job. Yankee Lover there. So here we go to Charlton, USA at Charlton Partnership Trotters Handicap. Yankee Lover. If there wasn't a better omen bet for the whole day, I'll go he, because Yankee Lover and Mickey B, a great trainer. Bye, love you. But yeah, it was on American Day. Yankee Lover just was and so out of Yankee Princess just was a no winner for the Pangrazios and Shores. Actually, you can see there in the breeding going from there. This is what I wanted to show you. Keep moving my mouse. Can't move my mouse because you guys can't see it, but that's okay. Michael House from New Zealand. The Kiwis are in demand. They must be either cold or a bad night on TV in New Zealand. Brother Joseph, but John Tormey and Alan Tormey, and I think if I check my notes, they actually might have got a double. I'm not sure. I'll get through that in a sec. But thank you for joining, Michael House. You were right. Tim White and Cambrai, they're always on a holiday. Spot on, mate. Thank you very much. I like the Kiwi that come back to have a crack at the Kiwi. I'll get to that in a sec. But they were at, so I just got to double check my notes. They were at Kilmore. They were at Maryborough, at Shepparton. Alan was at Shepparton, definitely. Cranbourne, and then Maryborough on the Monday. I don't think they went to Shep on Tuesday night, but I think well done to everyone. Timmy White has tuned back in. Michael House might have just woke him up a bit. I'd love to know what's on TV in New Zealand at the minute. I don't think there's a lot. Now they're going for backwards and forwards. Of course, TikTok was the second of the Love You winners, and he's out of a Sundon mare. Gary Hull, Michael Bellman combined. This horse got a lot of upside to it if Mickey can get her right. She's got a lot of oomph about. I like her TikTok. She's a lovely chestnut, as Lockie McIntosh would say. Trotters, they've got a huge chance. Guy that does a great job with a small team with Glenn Bull with Treacherous Times. It's a gelded son of Captain Treacherous, so it does a terrific job. And he does a great job with his horses there. As I said, there's Connor Clark again, Lovato Beach everywhere. That also, of course, bred by the Atworthy Park group, the Johnson boys. I don't think I've got one of their hats. If I have, I don't know. I haven't seen it. Sorry if people are sending through things. I didn't realise I had something down. That's okay. Lovato Beach for Connor Clark. And I must say, well done as well to Emma Stewart. They're winning races everywhere, but try to highlight the people that perhaps don't get there. Michael, yeah, we'll leave that one alone, Mick. We'll just let you. Heston Blue Chip. I'm sure he works hard. I saw a beautiful Michael House. Anyone that doesn't know, he's a bit follically tested like myself. And one of the funnier things I saw at the NZB sale was his daughter pulled his hat off and was rubbing the forehead, rubbing the head a little bit like I Dream of Jeannie, which happens to me, Mick. Just thought it's one of those things. Anyone else had done it, and he would have been ready to clock them, but the daughter does it, and he's quite happy to let it happen. Heston Cash for Greg Fleming and Kylie Linsell, who raced this horse in partnership with her father Keith, who passed, and you can see that there in the estate. But Heston Cash, Alan Tormey taking the reins, but well done, Kylie Linsell, another underrated trainer in the industry. Vince Vallelonga and Darryl Douglas got there as well with 4-Star Saint. What Stanley got for AJ and Bo Tyndale, and Bailey McDonough winning, I think that was the last, no, it was the second last. Greg Norman, of course, Strawberry Delight, taking out the last of the Meadowlands, and Entertainment Pace with Karen Manning taking the drives. I am leaving that one alone, Michael. We will not go anywhere near that. That is for sure. So that's a bit of a. Oh no, we still had Shepparton. It was a reasonable enough meeting at Shepparton, I thought too. But Stylish in back for Rose Wiedenbach and Kevy Wiedenbach got the chockies. Terry French, another underrated trainer. I don't know if I can say son-in-law, and they might both want to kill me. But Alex Ashwood, of course, goes out with Taylor. He took the reins on Joey's Hangover. He's another little horse that done a great job. He's found his mark. He's won 15 races now and just over $81,000 in stakes. So done a really good job, Joey's Hangover. Darren Rowney, this was right. Shep was a great meeting for people, the less known people. Cody Charles, hello to you, mate, watching from Western Australia. It's starting to get dark over there. That's why the West Australians will be starting to come in. But Lasting Bond for Darren Rowney. Nathan Jack taking the reins there by Shady Shark Hanover. Winning race number 3. Mystic Chip. Glenn Sharp. I saw Chrissy Sharp tuned in earlier. Does a good job with his trotters. This 9-year-old mare by 10 No Trump. She would have won quite a few races as well. This was only a $4,500 race. This is one of the races Daniel's trying to highlight. 14 races herself and just shy of $100,000 in stakes. Some of the Kiwis might be watching this and they might realise that we don't all race for the huge stake money over here. Maddie Higgins. It was a great night, Shep, for the lesser known names. Lil Nova for Maddie and Chris Elford. Another horse, it's by Mr. Big. I haven't seen Maddie for a little while, but this horse has won 9 races itself now, so done a really, really good job. It's a bit way the handicapping system works over here. And then Russell Thompson, great trainer, and he's great trainer, full stop, always has. Loves his trotters. Pretty Little Angus by Angus Hall out a Pretty Little Angel Eyes race in partnership with the Mantons. Josh Aiken taking the drive, took out race number 6. Josh Dickey for the Kiwis, Power Up. Of course, the Kiwis had to come in and get a winner at some stage. Here, Dominic Marantello, but it took the chocolates out. The Laura Cormican, 3-year-old. And Peter Kearney Pace, Greg Lewis and Brad Chisholm again. So Brad's had, I think, 3 winners for the week. Chris Sharp is still watching, and so congratulations, but also, yep, he is spot on. Brad Chisholm, I think that would be 3 winners for the week for Brad, so well done to him. And then the Burnett's, I'm the Mighty Gramps. Rita and Monty combining to take out the last race on the card, which I reckon was a great meeting for possibly, we could say, the underdogs in a way, but no high profile trainers winning there. Great trainers in their own right. Rita Burnett, Greg Lewis, Josh Dickey and Sammy Kilgour, Russell Thompson, Matty Higgins, Glenn Sharp, Darren Rowney, Terry French, and then the first was taken out with Rose Wiedenbach. So congratulations and well done to all those guys for winning those races on the day. And I was a bit worried I might have had something happening there, but no, it's all good. So someone's timed in with driving double. Thank you, Christy Sharp. I did miss that. Anna Glide's timed in. Jamie Lee King. Hello, Jamie. Long time no see. I trust you're nice and warm there. I have got the same hat on, but I had this hat on. Didn't have this hat on for very long at all. So that's sort of it. A bit of a wrap for the week. Hopefully I've looked after all my sponsors and got everything going there. I've got to be very careful with Mr. Michael House. Joe Pace sent me some beautiful photos as well. So Darren Garrard, hello to you. Big week in Queensland. We could actually possibly have a quick chat. I haven't even been going for an hour. So if we go to Saturday night, these programs, they're frustrating sometimes to go there. Power Up is a half brother to Amazing Dream. Did not know that, Timmy. Wow, very, very well bred. I like people's inputs. This show is about people getting involved and driving it whichever way they want to. But we'll have a quick look at the Albion Park meeting because it's the TAB Constellation. I have just got to go down to this program right here. So we've got the Garrard's Horse and Hound. Darren Garrard's watching. Got the Garrard's Horse and Hound is race number 1-5-15. So for the Kiwis, that's 7:15. For the West Australians, it's early afternoon, 3 o'clock for you guys. So early start. Might even be earlier than that, actually. Might be 2 o'clock. Might be a 3-hour difference. A few of the Victorian horses there. Colt 31, he hasn't probably reached the great heights. Crunch Time as well. Good field. Jillaby Kung Fu, I saw there before Blanche Poole was watching, so she'll be very nervous. She's got 2 horses going around out of that family. But terrible draw, but he has to draw there in that class races. But he's done a great job just to get back to the racetrack. Of course, Malcolm's Rhythm now with Belinda McCarthy as well. Ricky Furlow takes the drive. It's good to see Ricky Furlow back driving. I haven't actually looked at these races. I recently just got inside. Crime Rider for Matt Craven. Ballerini, Bernie Hewitt, of course, raced by the Pickers, great supporters of Nutrien. Full stop, not just Nutrien. Going from there, Michael House, 8:15. No, 5:15, Mick. I don't think you're 4 hours difference. The West Australians are 4 hours the other way. I'm going to have to give Mick an education. You guys are 2 hours ahead. Then it's us, and then it goes the other way. I think they're 3 or 4 hours, so it goes back to the afternoon. He's probably too busy giggling about his last comment that he got up there. The Canadian Club qualifying pace, Soho Almazi for the McCarthys. They've got a great team of horses in there. Carla Jane, Air Time as well, so good lot of horses there. The 2022 Stallions Australasia, Daryl Alexander Trotters Championship Final. Glad I'm not a race caller. You should be nervous and you should also be excited and you should be proud, Blanche, as well, to have 2 horses going in there for us as well. Yeah, that's what I thought. 2 hours behind us, Chris Sharp. So the first is at 3:15. I can make a conversation about anything here. That's for sure. We got the timeline. Mick House was going the wrong way. Group 1 event, $54,000 to the winner. And we don't have a Victorian horse in it. Oh, yes, we do. A lot of muscle. Matty Craven took that race out last week. No, I didn't. I said Western Australia. It's okay. You just keep going, Mick. Alex, that's a bit cheeky, but that's all right. I think we'll get there. It'll be fine. She's saying they're a bit behind the times. But Ellen Donoghue, great old name, back driving a few horses as well. But a nice little trot there with the Kiwis on there. Riley Moment, Natty Padger, In the Command, Global Flight, Kingdom Come, Majestic Harry, lot of muscle, Doff Your Cap, Red Castleton, the Kiwi name. Thankfully, they'll never stop the Kiwis coming to Australia because we definitely need those NZs next to them, that's for sure. What do we got here? The Colalto Animal Health, 0 to 65. Interesting little race. Don't know a lot of those ones there. Matt Craven, he must have a few horses in there. Lamandier, he had an impressive one the other day. Sweet Passion, I think it was, returned from a bit of a spell, so he's taken a fair team up there, Matty, that's for sure. Mr. Feelgood Open, Spirit of St. Louis, as I said last week, he was terrific. Firefox is not backing up. AJ's White Sox, probably a little bit disappointing, but will only be improved from the run. Spirit of St. Louis comes out at 2. Cruz Bromax, Duex is Jawbreaker in again. In Victoria, maybe, Mick. I'll have to have a look. I don't think they took him up to Queensland. Could be wrong. I reckon he raced last week when they weren't there. I Cast No Shadows. Cruz Bromac, I Cast No Shadows. Spirit of St. Louis, the NZ name is next to a lot of those. 888 steps out for his first run up there for Jess Tubbs. Greg Sugars has been up there for the week, enjoying the week off. He's probably having one of those holidays, that's for sure, and enjoying himself. Star Galleria, LL Cool J, Mac Da Vinci, Max Shard. Good field. Good little betting race. 888 being by American Ideal. Might have to barrack for him. The Fleur de Lille Ladyship Stakes. Good lot of mares here. The Honey Queen for Luke McCarthy and Belinda. Will possibly start your favourite there. Jarda's Delight. Jack Butler has been going terrific though. It started favourite last week. Tricky Draw. Town Echo for that. And Moments Like These, who last year I think took out the Queensland Oaks. May have been 2 years ago. Hopefully someone will correct me on that. Aaron Brown is watching. I wonder if that's the same Aaron Brown that I do know from South Australia. If it is you, Baron, hello to you, mate. The Rising Sun. Rip, Leap to Fame, Ladies in Red, Seb's Choice, Captain Crusader, Beyond Delight, Ideal Dan. Unfortunately for connections, Tim's the Trooper's first emergency because he is absolutely flying. Manila Playboy, Big Wheels, Cashed Up, bringing his step. And the Visitors Draw for Better Eclipse, I'm sure. Greg was absolutely frustrated, I'd say, when that happened. But why will Tim White and Cam Bray be with Greg Sugars next week? They're going to be in Queensland and they're not telling me. Mick Mouse knows everything. He's got all this covered. Blanche Poole, of course, with Seb's Choice and Michelle Phillips. Interesting little draw. And there's been a fair bit of betting. I know Ladies in Red opened up the short price favourite. But, it's got right out in there. Paul Wiedenbach. Welcome to you, Paul. Darren Emerson. Hello, Dags. Collingwood is still going okay, unfortunately. Not as good as Carlton, but that's okay. Got to bring back the old days. Better Isolate, the 67 Raider that Matty tried to get into the Rising Sun. He did a good job, actually. LB 2 Chains, another one for Blanche Poole. Of course, bred at Durham Park. So she's got a huge hand with a lot of those horses going through there. Then the Sunshine Stars, Yearling Sales, 3-year-old. With Sweet Passion there, that horse is there that came back for a nice return win there for Matty Craven and that earlier in the week. They're going on holidays with Greg Sugars. Are they to Queensland? I'll tell you what, you have to get Michael House on, and he'll tell you everything, because Michael House doesn't get any holidays at all. He says that he's the hardest worker going around. So that's about it. As I said, there's just a few randoms this week. I must say Rhiannon Park. What did I say, Blanche? I must have said it wrong. Unlike me to do those things. But yeah, Rhiannon Park done a great job. So 3 or 4 high-priced horses. So they do a good job with their horses, full stop. And funnily enough, the Kiwis, they keep coming from everywhere. Blanche is a Kiwi as well. So I definitely said it wrong. I don't know what I said, but I must have said it wrong. Alex Ellie and Jamie Lee definitely corrected me. Sorry, Blanche. Sorry, Dean. But it is definitely a great one for Rhiannon Park. Someone will correct me and tell me what I said wrong, but I didn't mean it. As I said, well done to CJ. I still reckon that's a huge effort. 24 hours she ran for, 184 and a small amount of change kilometres. I just think that's just amazing and crazy all in one. Oh, I said Durham Park. Well, that's okay, isn't it, Jamie? Jamie's not upset with a free plug. Durham Park, they've actually got 2 horses in it as well. I was at Durham Park today, so that is why it's a little bit on my noggin, and they won't have 2 in it. I'll tell a lie. They'll only have 1, Beyond Delight. Is in it as well, so good luck to them as well. So yeah, free plug for Jamie Lee. Stay tuned for that. A little bit of something coming out. I don't do an awesome job, Blanche. I make mistakes all the time. How would Cam go running? I don't think he could run that far, Timmy. He's having trouble at 4Ks at the minute, mate. And it's past his bedtime, so we can give him as much cheek as we want because he won't be watching, so we don't have to worry about that. But, yep. All right, bit of a wrap. Please, I'll be back next Wednesday. Get involved. It's only here to have fun, not to be taken seriously. Sometimes there'll be some big topics on. We'll get some interviews. When it's quiet, it's a little bit hard, but I enjoy the company. I enjoy the banter. The Kiwis are actually outrunning this show at the minute. I probably need some more Victorians. Alex Hurley. We've got to get a few more. Jamie Lee as well. Jamie's going to double soon, so that might work. We might be able to get 2 for the price of 1. But, yeah, I really appreciate it. Really like the feedback. So thank you for everyone that's getting involved. That has been On Loose Lines for this week. We will be back next week. Try and come up with some crazy topic, or you never know, something might happen in the industry, and we can make that our topic. But thank you very much for joining me. Stay tuned. There's plenty coming out on Campbell's comments as well. So thank you.